Hello, welcome. Let's try to solve another Leetcode problem 926. Flipping string to monotone increasing. Let's first try to understand the problem. So we are having a string of 0, 1. So this is 0 and this is 1. So everything is going to be like this. So we are having this kind of 0 and 1 string. So this is 0 and this is 1. And we are going to turn this string into a monotone. So the monotone increasing means after turning this string, it's going to be something like this. Yeah, I'm not sure if you did the similar problem before, but I think in Leetcode there are many similar problems like 0 and 1. We wanted to turn it into this kind of situation. Yeah. After it is the monotone increasing, the final state must be like this. It is one of this. Yeah. It must be like this. Or it is directly 1. It is a line and it is 1. Or it is a line, it is a 0. Yeah. There are so many different kind of cases. And we just need to find one of them. But it must return the minimum number of flips. As you can see, this is just a brute force problem. And we can solve it by using the brute force. So we can cut it from anywhere. So for example, we cut it from here. So this means from the left side, it's going to always be 0. And from the right side, it's going to always be 1. And we can cut it from here. So from the left side, it's going to always be 0. And from the right side, it's going to always be 1. Because only in this state, it's going to be the monotone increasing. Yeah, I'm not sure if you understand it, but I think it is quite straightforward for this kind of understanding. Yeah, so we just want to turn the line into something like this. Let me make a drawing. Yeah, we just want to turn the line final state into something like this, and this is one of the possible cases, and we just want to enumerate all the possible cases. So the time complexity gonna be n squared, but as there are only 0 and 1, and we can turn this n squared to linear time, and it is also easy because we know the length of the string, and we know how many zeros and how many ones. So for each time of the enumeration, we know from the left side how many ones we need to turn it to 0, and from the right side, we know how many zeros we need to turn it to 1. Yeah, because we know in total we know how many zeros and how many ones. Definitely we can solve it by using O(n) time, and it is not so difficult. Now let's just try to use this kind of idea to solve the problem. Yeah. So as I said, I'm going to use because at the left side, yeah, while we are enumerating one number, at the left side we always want it turn 1 to 0. So if it is a 0, it is okay. But if there is a 1, we want to flip that 1 to 0. But for the right side, if there's a 0, we want to flip the 0 to 1. So according to this idea, we need to have maybe 0. Yeah, let's just enumerate use two variables. We're gonna use flip. Yeah, let me just use 0 to 1. It means we're gonna flip 0 to 1, and another variable we call it 1 to 0. Yeah, or we can call it flip to 1. This means we're gonna flip 0 to 1, and another variable we're gonna call it flip to 0. Yeah. So we're gonna use those two variables. Let me first define this flip to 0, because for the left side I'm gonna flip 1 to 0, and for the right side I'm gonna flip 0 to 1. Yeah. But from the beginning we can count how many zeros and how many ones. We are going to enumerate for the first character. So for the first character, we want to flip 1 to 0. So how many ones? So there's nothing. So flip to 0 is going to be 0 from the left side. But from the right side, definitely we want to know how many zeros we want to flip to 1. As we can see, there are 3 zeros. So we just need to count how many zeros. So it's going to be s dot count with the zeros. So this is a flip to 1. It means flip 0 to 1. Yeah. Now we're gonna record a final result. It's gonna be infinity, and we're gonna check the characters one by one. So for C inside the string, so for the first string it is a 0, and how many flip to 0 for the left side, and how many flip to 1 from the right side. So we need to combine both of them. So the result gonna be the minimum of the result with flip to 0, flip to 0 plus flip to 1 for the right side, and this is gonna be the total number of flips, and this is exactly the brute force. So finally we're gonna return this kind of result, but we need to update the flip to 0 and flip to 1 because it is not fixed, because for the next number, and we're gonna change the flip to 0 or flip to 1. But how can we change that? Yeah, so for the first time it is okay. So this is for the first time while we are checking the first character. So from the left and from the right it is okay. So this is just the initialization, it is okay. But what about for the next character? We need to update the flip to 0 and the flip to 1, and we can update from here. So let's first update the flip to 0 for the left side. So how can we update it? So definitely we're gonna increase it if we find a 1. Yeah. So it's gonna be plus equal to say equal to 1. So if it is a 1, we're gonna increase the flip to 0 because definitely we want to flip a 1 to 0 from the left side. So the flip to 0 gonna plus equal to say equal to 1. If it is 1, we're gonna plus 1. So for it is a 0, so we're just gonna plus a 0. It means we will not do anything. And similarly for the flip to 1. So for the flip to 1, we need to minus a value if this is say equal to 0, because we need to flip 0 to 1. So if we find a 0, it means the flip to 1 are gonna be decreased. Yeah, because definitely we want to flip 0 to 1, but we find a 0. Now we find a 0, so for the right side it means it's gonna decrease by 1. Yeah, but this operation is just for all the operations except the last one. So while we are checking the last character, we update the result. So for example, this is say gonna be the last 0, and we update the result. This is the left side 0, 0, 1, 1, and this 0 is the right side. But we still need to check the last one because the last one gonna be here. Yeah, so this means finally we need to have a final check. It's gonna be the minimum. We just need to copy the line according to our algorithm. Yeah, so if we didn't do this, we're gonna make a mistake. Let me just make a comment and run it to check. As you can see, the third case didn't work because we didn't prepare the final case. Yeah, because finally we have to check the final zeros. So while it is here, maybe we're gonna turn all those numbers to 0 from the left side. So the result is gonna be 2. We're gonna turn those 2 to 1s to 0. Yeah, this is why we need a final line. Now let me just run it to check and submit it. Yeah, as you can see, it works and it's pretty fast. And if you are thinking about the problem like the brute force, it's gonna be a really easy problem. But if you think about the problem as a hard problem, definitely it's gonna be hard. It always depends on how you analyze and how you think about the problem. Definitely it's gonna be an easy problem. Thank you for watching. See you next time.